I dove into forums, talked to mechanics, and reviewed real-world cases so you can understand what many RAV4 owners went through between 2013 and 2018. One of the most common complaints has to do with the automatic transmission, especially in the 2013 and 2014 models. Several owners reported that the transmission felt sticky, with harsh shifts and even a jerking sensation when accelerating. On forums like RAV4 World and Reddit, one user said, "It's not broken, but it feels like the RAV4 doesn't know when to shift." The most common cause seems to be the transmission control module's software. In fact, Toyota released a technical service bulletin to update the software and improve how the transmission behaves. If you're noticing this issue, it's best to take the car to a dealership to see if it qualifies for the reprogramming. In more extreme cases, some owners had the valve body replaced. Another issue that pops up often is premature brake wear, especially on the rear axle. Many drivers were surprised to have to replace rear pads and rotors at just 15,000 to 20,000 miles. On the Edmunds forum, someone mentioned, "My rear brakes were shot, while the front ones still looked brand new." This even confused some mechanics, but a few explained that the RAV4's brake balance tends to rely more on the rear brakes than usual, especially when driving in the city or on slopes. Toyota never issued a recall for this, but many shops recommend checking the parking brake, since sometimes it doesn't fully disengage. The most practical solution has been upgrading to higher quality pads and inspecting the braking system every 6,000 miles. The radio and infotainment system also caused a stir, especially in models with touchscreen displays. In several reports on Copilot Search, users said the screen would freeze, Bluetooth would cut out, or the GPS would restart on its own. One owner wrote, "Sometimes I can't even change the station. The whole thing just locks up." Some of these issues were linked to glitches in the radio module or incompatibilities with certain phones. Toyota acknowledged the problems for certain VINs, and in some cases replaced the units under warranty. For those out of warranty, updating the firmware from the official Toyota site helped, or in worse cases, owners replaced the whole unit with a more reliable third-party option. Another issue that came up repeatedly was excessive engine vibration when stopped in drive, particularly in the 2015-2016 models. Several owners described it as an annoying vibration that could be felt through the steering wheel and pedals while idling at a red light. A mechanic on YouTube explained that this problem is usually related to the engine mounts or the fuel injection system not keeping the idle stable. While it's not a safety issue, it definitely affects comfort. Toyota didn't release a specific bulletin for it, but many techs recommend checking the engine mounts and cleaning the throttle body. In more serious cases, replacing the mounts completely resolved the vibration. Lastly, let's talk about excessive oil consumption, a problem that showed up mainly in some engines from the 2013 and 2014 models. While not everyone experienced it, some owners said they had to top off the oil every 1,200 to 1,800 miles. On forums like Toyota Nation, one comment read, "I've never seen the oil light come on this often. It made me question the whole engine." This issue has been linked to the design of the piston rings, which seem to let more oil through than usual. Toyota didn't acknowledge it as a widespread defect, but in some cases they inspected the issue under warranty. The best workaround has been switching to a higher viscosity oil and keeping a close eye on levels weekly. Some even tried friction-reducing treatments or oil additives with mixed results.